Hello everyone, Kevin Stevenson here with PhasedLogix. You can find us at getmethegeek.com, where we are a managed IT services provider. Today I'm going to show you how to create a Windows 10 virtual machine using Proxmox. Let's get started. Alright, so here we have my Proxmox, and we're going to put it, the first thing we need to do is upload a Windows 10 ISO to the Proxmox machine. So let's open a new tab and then type in Windows 10 Media Creation Tool. Boom. Alright, so I've got it zoomed in here a little bit so that'll make things easier. Click on that first link there and then go to Download Tool Now. What that's going to do is get you the Media Creation Tool. Now this is something you could use if you were just needing a Windows ISO. We'll go here and there we go. I'm going to go ahead and start this thing. It will take a bit of time to download the ISO. We'll fast forward on that. Okay, so now it's done the initial things and we need to accept this agreement. Okay, so now it's going to give you an option to upgrade this PC or create the media installation. We want to create the media installation. Alright, so we can check the edition, Windows 10, 64-bit, that's what we want. And next. Now in our particular case, we are going to create an ISO file because we want to upload it to the Proxmox machine. So we'll do that. And now it wants to save that. I'm going to call it 10 Pro. Save. And now it will download the ISO. Okay, now we've got that. We'll click Finish. So we go to Documents. We're going to see that Windows 10 ISO. Now, let's head on over to our Proxmox machine. I'm already logged in and I am in one of my local storage. As you can see that it is capable of holding ISO images, and I've got plenty of space here. So we'll go to Contents, and you can see I have a couple other ISOs there. We're going to go ahead and click Upload. ISO image, select file. My file is in Documents, Windows 10 Pro. Go ahead and click Open, and then Upload. Ooh, error. That's a good question. Let's see what happened there. Let's go ahead and try that one more time. Okay. Now you'll see that ISO on there. So the question is, what do we do now? Well, let's go ahead and create a virtual machine. So you go up here to Create VM. Now the VM ID is increments. This is like the third one here. We're going to call this and click Next and use ISO file. Yeah. Windows. There's lots of options here. This is going to be a 10 machine. So we click Next. Graphics card. Whoosh. We got some options here too. I'm just going to stick with default and see how it goes there. We've got options on SCSI controllers. I'm just going to use the VirtIO one on that also. Hard drive. So let's go ahead and just pick SATA or SCSI, or you can pick any one of these. But I'm going to pick SATA because that's what I actually have in this machine. So for hard drive size, pick whatever you like. We're going to just go with, let's see, 256. That's plenty of space for a 256. Plenty of space for a machine. Caching, we're just going to leave that to no caching for now. CPU, 1 socket, 4 cores. Kernel, use a default. All this is good. Let's just go ahead and give this guy 8 gigs of RAM. So like, I like to just, I don't have that memorized, so I know that 1024 is 1 gig times 8, and that gives you our 8192. Next, network. Let's just go with pair virtualization, and here we go. Now, a couple things here you can do. We'll go back just a little bit and show some of the advanced stuff. You can choose UEFI BIOS if you need. You can choose this Q35, which is a newer version of stuff. So I'm going to just leave it. When you go to advanced, you got a whole bunch of other stuff under here. Generally speaking, I don't mess with that unless I need to for some reason. So we're going to go ahead and click finish. And so that's going to take just a minute to create that VM. And you see that VM is right there. So we can go to shell. So here that guy is. All right. So let's go ahead and console it up. It's not connected. Let's power it on. And that's going to take just a wee bit to get it powered on. In the meantime, I can minimize that, and we can kind of look at this CPU usage and stuff like that. As you go through that, you can minimize that guy so you see more. You can go up here and look at the summary of the data center guy. Summary of the PV. And so you get, if you're unfamiliar with Proxmox, so you get all these nice, wonderful metrics, graphs. Back to this guy. Boom. Let's see what it's doing. All right. So look, there we go. This is our regular Windows install. Install. Now for here, we're going to skip this, but you can put your product key in here. You can also put your product key in later. Just click don't have, and then you can pick which product you want. We're going to install Pro. Next. Accept terms. Hit next. Custom install. See the drive shows up. Awesome. And boom. Okay, it's going to do a restart. I'm going to go ahead and help that along. Proxmox is awesome. Now we're doing our first boot into Windows. Okay, next. Next. Skip. Now the not connected to the internet is an important thing for Windows 10 because otherwise it'll force you to do a Microsoft account. So you can go to continue with limited setup, and all that really means is it will let you create a local account. Okay. So timeline thing, in this particular case, we don't care anything about all of this stuff. We don't care anything about this because this is going to be, you know, used on the server, not really actually used on a person as an actual individual's device. But Microsoft assures me that they're getting things ready for me, and it might take a few minutes. Okay, here we are. Now, first things first, let's go ahead and look at the device manager. And so, missing a few things. Hide that. So previously, I have went and if we go back to here, we'll see this virtualization. So this has the drivers and everything for Proxmox. So if we go back to this guy and go to hardware, and we go to DVD, we go to edit, we change this to that virtualization and hit OK. I go back into my virtual machine. I close out some of these things because you're going to see here is all the drivers. So let's look at networking. Let's see, where is that at? It might be this one. Actually, so let's just do this. Update driver. You can do the search automatically, but because it's not connected to the internet, typically that doesn't work. But afterwards it might. So let's browse to this virtualization, and we'll just start at the high level and see if it'll find it. Oh, looky there. It did. Skip, because we do not want a Microsoft account on this. So looky there, boom, boom, boom. Now we're going to go ahead and do the same thing. Update drivers, browse my computer, D drive, that's where the drivers are, and boom. And there you have it. It recognizes all the drivers. So you're good as far as that's concerned. Go to display settings, and in here you can pick whatever display settings you need. I'm actually going to leave it on this for right now, but there are other things we need to do in here. So you will notice that is using a lot of RAM. And if you come down to here, go to Task Manager, you will notice that that does not in any way, shape match. Okay, so we want to go and install the guest agent. Then we want to go to Balloon 10 AMD and go back up, take this folder, copy it, go to your C drive, go to your program files, paste that in there. Now, you want to rename this Balloon. Then you want to go to a command prompt. And you want to go to that program files directory. All right. And then you want to type in BLN SRV, which you will see right here, -I. What that does is it starts the balloon service, and that's so that we can properly report memory usage. So now we'll go back here, and if you look at this Windows 10 machine, you will see that it's properly reporting memory usage. That's super important because otherwise Proxmox just thinks that it's assumes that the virtual machine is using all the RAM that you allocated to it. Thanks for joining us again. I'm Kevin Stevenson with GetMeTheGeek.com, and this has been another Fun with Proxmox.